Emotional maturity. It's a phrase we hear often. But what does it truly mean? It's not about being stoic or emotionless. It's not about never feeling angry or sad. It's about developing the ability to understand, manage, and express our emotions in healthy ways. Emotional maturity is a journey, not a destination. It's a process of continuous growth and self-discovery. It's about learning to navigate the ups and downs of life with resilience and grace. It's about showing up for ourselves and others, even when it's hard. Emotional maturity is a lifelong pursuit. It's about embracing the complexities of our emotions and learning to use them as a source of strength and connection. It's about recognizing that our emotions, even the messy ones, are valid and deserve to be acknowledged. I remember a time in my life when I equated vulnerability with weakness. I thought that to be strong meant to never let my guard down, to never show my true self. But this way of living left me feeling disconnected and alone. It was through my research on shame and vulnerability that I began to understand the transformative power of embracing our whole selves. I learned that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's courage. It's the willingness to be seen, to be heard, to be truly known. When I started to embrace vulnerability in my own life, everything changed. I felt more connected to myself and others. I was able to build more authentic and meaningful relationships. I learned that true strength comes from embracing our imperfections and allowing ourselves to be seen. The first step towards emotional maturity is cultivating self-awareness. This means paying attention to our emotions, thoughts, and behaviors without judgment. It's about understanding what triggers us, what brings us joy, and what causes us pain. Start by noticing your emotions throughout the day. What are you feeling? Where do you feel it in your body? What thoughts are running through your mind? Journaling can be a helpful tool for increasing self-awareness. Write down your thoughts and feelings without censoring yourself. This can help you identify patterns and gain a deeper understanding of your emotional landscape. Remember, self-awareness is a practice. It takes time and effort to develop this skill. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories along the way. Once we develop self-awareness, we can begin to take responsibility for our emotions and actions. This is the first step towards personal growth and transformation. This means recognizing that we have a choice in how we respond to situations, and that we are accountable for the impact our behavior has on others. Every action we take has a ripple effect, influencing not just our lives, but also the lives of those around us. Taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming ourselves or feeling guilty. Instead, it involves understanding our emotions and actions without harsh self-judgment. It's about acknowledging our role in situations and making conscious choices about how we want to show up. This awareness empowers us to act with intention and integrity. It's about owning our mistakes, learning from them, and moving forward with greater self-awareness. Each mistake is an opportunity to grow and become a better version of ourselves. Start by paying attention to how you react to challenging situations. Do you blame others? Do you shut down? Or do you take a moment to reflect and understand your feelings? Or do you try to understand your role in the situation and find a constructive way forward? This approach can lead to more meaningful and positive outcomes. Remember, taking responsibility is a sign of strength and maturity. It shows that we are willing to learn and grow. It allows us to learn and grow from our experiences and to build healthier relationships with ourselves and others. By taking responsibility, we create a foundation for a more fulfilling and harmonious life. Section 5. Step 3. Patience and control. Nurturing the sprout. Emotional maturity involves developing patience and control. It's about learning to pause before reacting, to regulate our emotions, and to respond in a thoughtful and measured way. This doesn't mean suppressing our emotions or pretending we don't feel them. It's about creating space between the stimulus and our response. It's about choosing how we want to react, rather than being ruled by our impulses. Practice mindfulness techniques like deep breathing or meditation. These can help you stay present in the moment and manage overwhelming emotions. Remember, developing patience and control takes time and practice. Be gentle with yourself and celebrate your progress. Section 6. Step 4. Embracing vulnerability, the bloom of authenticity. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but it's actually the birthplace of courage, connection, and authenticity. It is the foundation upon which we build trust and intimacy in our relationships. It's about letting down our guard and allowing ourselves to be seen for who we truly are. This openness invites others to do the same, creating a space of mutual understanding and respect. Embracing vulnerability means being willing to share our true selves with others, even when it feels scary. It requires courage to step into the unknown and to trust that we will be accepted. It's about asking for help when we need it, setting boundaries, and expressing our needs and desires. These actions are essential for maintaining our well-being and fostering healthy relationships. Start by sharing your feelings with someone you trust. Open up about your experiences and emotions, and notice how it strengthens your bond. Talk about your fears, your dreams, your insecurities. These conversations can be transformative, allowing you to connect on a deeper level. Notice how it feels to be vulnerable and how it impacts your connection with the other person. Pay attention to the sense of relief and the increased closeness that often follows. Remember, vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. It is a powerful tool for personal growth and for building meaningful relationships. It allows us to build deeper, more meaningful connections with others and to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Embrace vulnerability and watch as your world transforms. Section 7. Step 5. Forgiveness and letting go. Pruning for stronger growth. Forgiveness is an essential aspect of emotional maturity. It's about releasing resentment, anger, and hurt, both towards ourselves and others. It's about choosing to move forward with compassion and understanding. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning hurtful behavior. It's about freeing ourselves from the weight of the past and creating space for healing and growth. It's about recognizing that everyone makes mistakes, and that holding on to anger only hurts us in the long run. Start by reflecting on any past hurts you may be holding on to. What happened? How did it make you feel? What would it look like to forgive yourself or the other person involved? Remember, forgiveness is a process, not a one-time event. It takes time and effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. Section 8. The fruits of our labor. Emotional maturity in relationships. Emotional maturity is crucial for building healthy and fulfilling relationships. It is the foundation upon which trust, understanding, and love are built. When we are emotionally mature, we are better equipped to communicate effectively, navigate conflict constructively, and create a safe and loving space for ourselves and our loved ones. This maturity allows us to handle the ups and downs of relationships with grace and resilience. In relationships, emotional maturity manifests as the ability to communicate effectively, expressing our needs and feelings clearly and respectfully, and actively listening to our partner's perspective. This means not just hearing the words, but understanding the emotions behind them, not taking things personally, recognizing that our partner's actions and words are often a reflection of their own internal state, rather than a personal attack on us. This understanding helps us respond with compassion rather than defensiveness, viewing conflict as an opportunity for growth, approaching disagreements with a willingness to understand our partner's perspective and find a solution that works for both parties. Conflict, when handled maturely, can strengthen the bond between partners. Practicing empathy, putting ourselves in our partner's shoes and trying to understand their experience, even if we don't agree with it. Empathy fosters deeper connection and trust, valuing respect and boundaries, treating our partner with kindness and consideration, and respecting their need for space and autonomy. Healthy boundaries are essential for maintaining individuality and mutual respect in a relationship. Section 9. The transformative power of emotional maturity. A ripple effect. The journey towards emotional maturity is a transformative one. It changes not only how we interact with the world, but also how we see ourselves. It allows us to live with greater authenticity, compassion, and joy. When we embrace emotional maturity, we create a ripple effect that extends far beyond ourselves. We become better partners, friends, family members, and members of our communities. We inspire those around us to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery and growth. Emotional maturity empowers us to show up in the world with greater purpose and intention. It allows us to create a life that is aligned with our values and to make a positive impact on the world around us. Section 10. A continuous journey. Embrace the process, celebrate the growth. Remember, emotional maturity is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. There will be ups and downs, challenges and triumphs along the way. The key is to embrace the process, to be kind to ourselves and to celebrate our growth. Every step we take towards emotional maturity is a victory worth celebrating. Every time we choose courage over comfort, vulnerability over armor, and connection over isolation, we are moving closer to becoming the best versions of ourselves. So, embrace the journey, be patient with yourself, and never stop growing.